Boys and girls, we're back in the art room again this week, and I'm very excited about our new lesson. Today we're going to talk about still life. A still life is a work of art of a non-living, non-moving object. Artists loved to create still life because it was great practice. When you draw a person, sometimes they need a bathroom break, sometimes they are tired, want to get up, maybe need a snack. That vase with flowers right there is not going anywhere. I can take as long as I need to practice drawing and painting and observing. Another object that people like to create a lot of still life with is your bowl of fruit. And today that's what we are going to be using. Samsel in the kitchen, and today we're going to learn about still life and creating a work of art with something that is still. And I'm in the kitchen because I have a bowl of fruit here in Mrs. Samsel's kitchen. I know I need to do a little grocery shopping, but I have a sweet potato in there, some bananas, a lemon, a lime, and an apple. And so a lot of artists have food in their house or flowers in their house, and so they'll draw from observation, from things that are still and not moving. That's what a still life is. All right, boys and girls, so we have our white piece of paper here. We're gonna begin with a horizontal layout again, and you're gonna fold your paper in half horizontal. Open it up, and now we have that middle line that's horizontal to help us place our bowl of fruit. We're gonna begin by putting our hand down and the 4 fingers here, making a dot. On the other side, 4 fingers, making a dot. This curve is going to be for our bowl of fruit. So I'm gonna put 1 finger with another dot, and that is gonna show me kind of where I want the curve for my bowl. It doesn't have to be perfect. I got a nice sloppy line, which is fine, okay? But we're all on the same measurement for the curve of our bowl, and our fruit will go inside. Below is going to be the curve of the bowl. So I'm gonna take my 4 fingers and make a dot below it, and then connect up. Now we don't want our bowl to wobble, so the next step is making a foot. And again, I want my foot to be about 4 fingers wide. At any time, pause the video to make sure that you're caught up. So I have the foot of my bowl, in the shape of my bowl. Now I get to add some yummy fruit. I'm gonna begin with an apple. So you could take something that's round to trace with. That is the lid of a jar, or you could just do your very best drawing a circle. Now, don't get caught up on it being perfect. Again, it's a piece of fruit. It gets mushy and it's actually gonna change. So, the reason why is because inside an apple there is the stem. So I'm gonna draw a little rectangle and put a curve on it. Then it's going to curve around, just like so. There's my apple. By my apple, I am going to easy peasy make an orange, which is another circle. And I want it to look like it's in the bowl. So the circle of my orange is like this. But I don't need to draw that part. So I know that'll be an orange. And let's put a banana and maybe some grapes. So again, the banana is behind the orange, which is awesome because instead of drawing a whole banana, you only have to draw half of a banana. So I'm gonna start with the outside edge of the bowl and kind of going straight up about 4 fingers and making a dot. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to help you use your hand to make sure we're somewhere on the same measurement. So let me say that one more time because that was a lot. Here's the edge of my bowl. I put 4 fingers and make a dot. Off that dot, I'm gonna make a tiny rectangle for the stem of my banana. And I'm gonna make a curve for my banana, curving down in there. And watch me before you do it, and then you can kind of rewind and do it with me again. So at the bottom, I made a curve, and then I'm gonna, in the middle, make a curve, and at the top, make a curve. So I have 1, 2, 3 lines. One line started at the bottom and curved down. In the middle, which there's not a lot of room right here, but in the middle, I made a line. And at the tippity top, I made a line. So my banana is about as skinny as a finger at the top and almost probably 2 fingers down below. So I've got my banana. And now grapes. Grapes are a bunch of circles, but we can't just draw circles anywhere. So this would be a good time if you do have, my girls are collecting coins for doing good work. So if you have a coin, you could trace that shape for your grapes so that it repeats. If you don't, that's okay, because again, they're organic shapes. Fruit grows from the earth, so it's not a perfect circle, it's organic. So I'm gonna start by going 1, 2, 3, 4. And in between these 4 circles, and they're about the size of my finger, I'm gonna make a half circle. And then half circle there, and a nice stem, because we want to make a bunch of grapes. Then, so again, I started 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pause it if you need to. Curve up 1, 2, 3. Curve up 1, 2. Now I'm going to make 3 full grapes. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to make 2 full grapes. Maybe 3. And some more full grapes. And then I want to look at, as I have those full grapes, well, how does it look? It looks like I need maybe a half of a grape there, a half of a grape there, and kind of filling in those spots. You could have some of your grapes curl up if you want, however you want to do it. I'm going to leave it just like that. With the grapes, what you're practicing is drawing those circles, getting them to overlap, and understand that some are in the front and some are behind. So you'll have some that are full circles and some that are partial part circles. Okay? Now take your ruler and you're going to draw the ground. So, not the ground, because we don't put our food on the ground, hopefully. I meant the table. So that's a horizontal line, and we're gonna add some detail to our table and our tablecloth, maybe some patterns. So I'm gonna do it about halfway in my bowl, about 4 fingers. I'm not worried about the numbers on the ruler. I'm worried about it being a straight horizontal line. And it's okay if it gets a little crooked, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so this is gonna be my tablecloth. And then we're gonna have the background. The background to our still life is going to be a window with some curtains that we've pulled back. Okay. So, on the edge of the paper, I'm gonna make a circle like I did with the grapes. And I'm gonna go up 1, I'm gonna go up, oops, over my banana 2. I'm gonna go down 1, and I'm gonna go down 2. So it looks like my curtains are getting pulled back. If you make these very skinny, you can always go back and add a 3rd curve to it. That's kind of a difficult thing. I like to help in class. I'm sorry I can't be there for you. So you can pause it, ask for help, watch again. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So about the middle, add a circle. I curve up 1, 2. So it's going out. It's gonna go out. 1, 2. Okay? Not bad. So those are my curtains, my table, my bowl of fruit, and then what's outside. So whatever's outside my window, I could draw the sun. I could draw some birds, some clouds. You could draw, if you want to leave it like that, you can. A lot of times windows have what's called a frame. So you could put a frame on your window, which is a vertical line. And I just gave it some thickness, so that I'll color in. And then I'm gonna go horizontal. I don't wanna go through my grapes or my bananas. And then that will be colored. So this is a little bit higher level of a step, but I wanna meet all my artistic learner needs. And now that you have your curtains, some detail outside, again, you can get creative and make a swing set, some trees, a pool, whatever you want. You've got your bowl of fruit and your table. You can draw some patterns on the table if you want to do some polka dots or checker pattern. And then you can color with markers and crayons. I'm gonna do a combination of markers and crayons. I like to use these regular classic markers because they allow a nice thick outline. And I'm gonna show you a technique I like with the markers and the crayons. So my curtains are gonna be purple. So I'm gonna get a purple crayon. Oh, that's blue. There we go, and a purple marker. I'm gonna begin by outlining the pencil, tracing over the pencil. And then I can color it in with my purple crayon. Now this is a lot to color, so for you, you might feel that today you want to stop at just the drawing or just outline in the marker, or if you feel like, hey, today's my art day and I want to do it all, do it all. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you to rush through your artwork and scribble. This counts, and I want you to create something you're proud of. So pause it, take time, work at your pace. You do not have to finish it in one sitting. You have a whole week to finish your art lesson and send me a picture of it. Make sure when you're coloring that you're coloring in the same direction, you're not scribbling all over. It's another reason I like the marker is because it outlines the shape and it helps guide me to know where to stay inside. When you go to color the sky, that's a big area. And I don't want you to get exhausted or rush through it or frustrated. So notice how I'm outlining the shape. And one thing I noticed that boys and girls like to do sometimes is press really hard, and that makes your hand tired. So what I suggest is, especially in these large areas, to color lightly. My hand doesn't hurt. I can go a little bit faster, and it still fills up the space. And I've got that nice, complete sky look. Some people just want to make a little line at the top, and that's not really how our sky is. So I'll even go around those rays. Okay, now for the fun part, the bowl and the tablecloth. So I'm gonna do a checkered tablecloth. Again, you can do whatever you want. So I'm just gonna get that outlined so I know where it's gonna go. And you could use your ruler if you want. And again, you can make any pattern. Coloring up and down in the same direction is a lot better than scribbling all over. So think about the direction that you're coloring to help keep things neat. And you did it! Look at all that color and detail. I can't wait to see what you create.